Thank God it's Friday.
Wow. That's crazy. Imagine that. Damn.
It's Friday night. Pour out a little liquor for somebody you lost. You know what time it is, definitely. 6 to 9. Sober the Kevin Show. Whoa, Pac was drinking the night train. You know how we give it up every Friday night. Man, been wanting a legal segment on this show for so long. Like for so long. And then we lucked up. I think we really lucked up. You get somebody that you vibe with and you can get on the air and kind of chop it up and also point people in the direction of a good guy who will serve all of your legal needs. And I enjoy talking with him. Let's welcome Mo to the show. Moses DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. What's going on, Mo? You know what? I'm doing great. I think your connection on the air is better than mine. You sound like you're sitting next to me, man, and I feel like I don't know what I feel. I feel like I got the hamster in the wheel going, keeping me on there. So, what's going on, man? It's not that. It's Mo. I have been literally in a room broadcasting, looking at the wall in front of me for a year. I'm totally kind of comfortable with it, but I'm just getting reminders. It's just I want to get back in the studio. It's not, but when you know you got to be here for it's an extended. I knew it was going to be at least a year. Like I don't know what the other fellas thought. Like how long you thought it would be, Jr. How long you thought we would actually be out of the studio like this?
I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be a couple of months.
Okay,
Yeah.
really? You thought that when we left in March, you thought we might be back by the end of the summer?
Yeah, because I thought it was the quarantine, and then like probably like a couple of months after that. But yeah, probably by the
Hmm.
end of summer, I thought we were all gonna be back together, and everything would be back to normal. But no, it didn't
That's
happen.
what you thought,
Yeah, yeah, I was
man.
optimistic.
I didn't even see your MAGA hat.
Nah,
Mo,
nah,
what?
nah. I was wearing
A
I was
cat name?
I was wearing my MAGA boxers actually.
Okay. Hey, all right, man. A cat named Mo. How long did you literally think we are gonna be out of the studio?
First and foremost, I never thought I'd be out of the studio.
Yeah,
So let's start from that
they kicked
point.
you out before they kicked out Kevin.
Wait, no, wait, hold on. Mo, I don't know how you got kicked out the studio.
Me neither. But once I was out, I thought it would be a couple of months, and that was it.
Are y'all serious?
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
thought it would be a couple of months with me because I was not going in. I was not leaving the airport, which was the issue, and I thought they would wait till it seemed like everything was okay. Once you were out, I didn't think that it was going. I thought it was going to be longer than a couple of months. Once you were out after a month, I was like, well, this is going to be a while,
This is
a
crazy.
long while.
Okay, it's just as crazy. Okay, we y'all don't want to know what I thought. But anyway, let's get to let's get to the segment. Yeah, hey, Moses, did you think this whole thing was gonna be as long as it was? I might be the only one that this is like, man, I've been not waiting. I've been anticipating something like this for years. This is not surprising me at all. And I'm not trying to
Really?
showboat. I'm not trying to showboat because hey Moses, we I started talking about COVID-19 in November of 2019. Yeah, I go because we were doing an update on Ebola, and I was on the WHO website, and I saw this, and I was talking about. I was like, Ebola's back, because I was me and the guy Shannon Burke. You know Shannon Burke. I
Oh
used to
yeah.
work with him, and we were the owners of Ebola.com, and we used to scream that we thought Ebola was a joke. And I said, hey, it's back. And then there was a little thing. Hey, there's a new virus called Corona 19. Have you heard of it? I read that headline on the air and I was like, oh man, it looks like this is going to get us all. And I started researching it. We were talking about it early. I'm not saying that because I want any kind of credit for anything like that. I'm saying we stumbled up on it. And when I figured out what was going on with it, man, I'm surprised there's a vaccine. You guys thought it was going to be over the man. I honestly I didn't think I was ever gonna be in the studio again, like ever. I thought it was a wrap. I still think it's a wrap. Let's kind of like a burrito. Let's get to
now that wouldn't surprise me. That if we were never back in the studio, that wouldn't surprise me at this point.
Mo, there's nothing that's happened so far that I'm shocked about except for their vaccines. That's the only thing that has shocked me in this whole thing. I think I've already called it. There'll be a fourth stimulus check.
Hey, I'm sure people will be happy with that.
Mm-hmm. And then after stimulus checks, they're gonna have to upgrade. They're gonna have to go straight to stimulus babies. And the government will deliver you a baby. Yeah, you just drive to the Tropicana field and they'll hand you a baby, and you got to stimulate that baby. Okay, let's get to the legal aspect of the show. I'm just rambling. But no, I'm just excited to be here. Every Friday we break down a case. We're usually wrong, but it's usually funny, and then Mo helps us squeeze out the legal end of it when we pretend to be lawyers.
There you go.
What do we have?
All right, I'm gonna try to get all the facts. Make sure I get all the facts in on this one because there's a lot. But all right, you guys familiar with those trampoline parks?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I grew up with a trampoline in my backyard.
Break any bones on that thing?
Keep going.
All right. All right. So, a 13-year-old and her two friends were dropped off at one of these trampoline parks, and it was the 13-year-old's older sister who dropped them off. So, the 13-year-old's parents were out of town, and they didn't give them permission to go to the trampoline park. But prior to going to the trampoline park, the 13-year-old and their friends basically went on the trampoline park's website, and they had a waiver that you had to fill out. And they basically filled it out as if they were the parents. And so in the waiver, it had that, the parents' name, birthday, driver's license number, and then a signature. And so, of course, the waiver said, hey, you can't sue us. If you sue us, you have to go to arbitration, and you're waiving all these kinds of rights. So 13-year-old fills this out on behalf of their parents. Parents know nothing about it, never sign it, never saw it. So, of course, what happens? 13-year-old breaks their leg, shatters their leg, and then the parents sue the trampoline park. So the question for the esteemed panel here today is, does the 13-year-old have a claim, or the parents on behalf of the 13-year-old have a claim against the trampoline park? And if so, why or why not?
Let me go first, Kevin.
No, Mo, before you can go first, but I just want to say this. An hour before the show, me and my dad were talking, and my dad said, hey, I grew up with a trampoline in my backyard. And my dad randomly told me the story of how he acquired the trampoline. And I said, that would never fly today. People have to go to places to jump on trampolines now. And then I go, I'm surprised no one ever really got hurt. But there was one person that came over to the trampoline, and they were doing everything we told them not to do. They jumped off, fell off because they were doing some kind of crazy thing, broke their arm. It's weird, and this is like kind of the same thing, but it's a business. Yep. Mo, go
ahead. The parents don't have a proverbial leg to stand on. I'm done.
Okay.
Oh wow, that's it, Mo.
That's it.
Give me something
that's
else.
It.
They don't have a leg to stand on.
No,
okay.
They don't have a leg to stand on.
All right, JR, what you think about this?
I I think the parents do have a leg to stand on, because if the if the kids showed up without parents or chaperones, the company should have known that and should have asked, hey, where your guardians at, and yeah, they're at fault.
So
Mm.
so
Trampoline company's at fault.
let me throw one more fact in here that I left out.
Okay.
So on the waiver, it asked for the parents' date of birth. When the 13-year-old filled it out, they filled it out in a manner that made the parent 24 years old for a 13-year-old.
All right,
All
now
right.
hold on now.
Hold on, no,
now.
everybody hold on. Everybody hold. Everybody hold.
Hold on.
All
Hold
right. Wait.
on now. That's
All right,
some
okay.
very
What-
key information
well-
that was omitted,
Nope,
Your Honor,
nope.
and I
Mo,
would like to
Mo,
retract
Mo,
my
state
All
it.
right. Well,
State-
hold on. Well, slow down, Spike. I ain't even got to you yet, and now we got like an upheaval. So
you
just
ain't even
chill,
been
man.
called to the stand yet.
I mean, all right, we don't even really, Okay, all right. You on that trampoline, man? No, he's on the ladder. Remember that movie,
Yeah.
Jacob's Ladder? That's Spike's climbing the ladder rapidly. Okay. There's the date on that the 13-year-old put on the form would indicate that. Wow. That makes it crazy. Mo, what do you want to say now?
I want to amend. I would say that the trampoline park is at fault because they did not do the due diligence in going over the release form properly. So I would say they are not fully culpable, but there could be a partial judgment rendered.
Partial,
you
like
just
kind of
playing the
prejudice.
Which
Right.
happens, yeah, that happens. That partial
Man,
judgment.
that's
No.
partial judgment. Well, no, you get a judgment and it's just a little less. I mean, what are you talking about? The financial? It's a judgment. You're guilty,
partial-
kinda.
In other words, the judge will assess both parties to blame.
Oh, both parties are to.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody
Wow.
get out of here.
It's funny how you were so quick with that. I know you didn't have that information, but I don't see how your decision changed on that actually. But anyway, Spike, what do you have?
Let me use my legal expertise in this particular situation.
This will be short. Should we go to break now?
Hold on.
The parents of the injured party has every right to sue, and the bounce house people or jump around people, they just because you sign a waiver, signing a waiver does not get you off everything.
Uh-oh.
That's exactly
All right.
what a waiver does.
Hold
No,
on.
it doesn't.
Hold on.
Not-
No,
no,
well,
it doesn't.
Well, have you ever seen a prenuptial? Yeah, them things don't hold up. Okay. All right. So we're talking to attorney Moses DeWitt. This is our legal segment where we attempt to be lawyers every Friday. I don't think we're doing a great job. I don't know what we're doing, but we're having fun. And I'll say justcallmo.com is the website that you can go to connect with Moses DeWitt, and he will he'll help you through. A lot of people have never contacted a lawyer, but it's worth giving them a call when you get in a situation. It doesn't really play out like you think it does on TV. So just call
Not
Mo.
at
You
all.
really need to call a lawyer. Not at all. So it is actually a little bit less boring, unless it's kind of boring unless you got like a juicy something like with a knife or a snake or something like that, or a woman. But okay. I don't know where we are on this. JR, do you want to add something to yours? And then we have a new player. We have Dizzy. Dizzy's in the house, and I'm gonna let Dizzy take a stab. But JR, what do you think about? Do you want to add something?
No, I think I'm gonna stick with what I have. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to
Okay.
it.
All right. Now, Dizzy, what do you think about this?
Hearing the information, I just assume soon as someone lies on a waiver that it's like null and void, and they're the ones who are in trouble for lying on it. So I'm just assuming the trampoline people aren't gonna have to pay anything because they lied originally on the waiver they signed.
Okay. Mo, can you remind us what actually happened to the kid?
Broke their leg.
Broke their leg. Man, there's a lot going on here. But, I could kind of go either way with it. I know the law doesn't go either way. But it's up to you to do the due diligence on the waiver. Now, you catch a date, error on the date of birth, and it looks like the parent's 24 years old. Yeah. But then if you have a way where if they would have gotten it right, this wouldn't have been a case. once again, that's just kind of bad business, I believe. Now, who dropped the kid? Who dropped the 13-year-old off?
The 13-year-old's older sister, I believe it was.
You know what she was going to do. So, yeah. How long is this skating session? 2 hours? Yeah.
Let's get that bitch on the stand.
Yeah, exactly. She was getting busy in the Burger King bathroom. Yeah, that's what that was. So that's the real person at fault right here. You let your sister leg get broke while we were out of town. Okay. So it's the skating rinks. Man, this is, if I own that skating rink, this is what you don't want. This is your worst case scenario. You got some idiot that won't even read the waiver. And what are we doing that over? That's over, what, $12 to get in there? You ruined my business, you idiot. Now I'm in the news because I pulled a gun on this kid. Anyway, I'm getting way in the weeds here.
Yeah, what's your verdict?
Yeah,
What's your verdict? Get going.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Spike, I believe it's on the skating place. They should have done the due diligence and made sure their paperwork was proper.
You work for Disney.
But before you continue, Mo, I love when Spike rushes you on your own show, Kevin. Enough with the preamble, Kevin. What you got for us?
What I
love that.
What I have been convinced of, and I'm convinced of, is that Spike. Oh, okay, we're doing a show which I actually get a W-2 for this, pay bills and stuff. And for Spike, it's a free for all. Like, Spike could have drove to the station, or he could have stopped at Hooters. Like, he flipped the quarter.
No difference.
He flipped the quarter. It doesn't matter to him. And you know what? When I tell Spike he messing the show up, you know what he says to me? What do you say, Spike?
Oh, really?
No. Ah, man, you messed up your own drop. I'm trying to set you up. It's called a callback. You got to go, oh, okay. That's what you say. That's yours. That's when Spike said, oh, okay. That means go to hell. It's a very nice Spike way to say, I ain't listening to you. Like, man, why can't you be like Calter? I'll be laughing at his show.
Wow. Should have went
All
to
right.
Hooters.
Exactly. I hope they make your wings too spicy. Okay. Mo, I'm sorry, man.
It's all good.
Oh man, we understand, man. Mo probably want his money back.
You ain't read fine print.
I ain't been on Instagram and I'll be probably mowing his yard at his office. I'll be in there, helping out. Okay, what's the verdict here, Mo?
All right. So the parents basically argued that the facility couldn't rely on the waiver because they did not investigate it or verify the information. So that's what the trampoline facility argued. They also, there's also the argument here that the minors can't enter into a contract, so therefore the waiver would be invalid on its face because it was signed by a minor. However, what the court ultimately found was because they intentionally misrepresented, they intentionally committed fraud, Florida law imposes no duty to investigate. So even if the birthday was completely wrong, it was signed in crayon, it was intentional fraudulent misrepresentation, so the trampoline facility had no duty to investigate it. So essentially, the waiver will the waiver upholds, basically.
Wow.
Wait a minute. You said it upholds?
Never doubt my initial.
What does that mean?
That's what I was saying, Mo. You cat name Mo.
So yeah, the waiver, they're stuck with the waiver. Basically, the parents really can't sue the facility.
Mike, if you don't know what uphold means, you should never step foot in a courthouse ever, ever.
So the waiver is valid, is what you're saying?
Correct. The waiver is valid. The facility didn't have to investigate who signed it.
Okay, Attorney Mo, what's the point of having the waiver if the waiver's not going to be like 100% legit in the sense of like certified that both, it's not just a piece of thing, something you print on the paper, it's so both parties understand what they're getting involved. And clearly one party didn't really care what they were getting involved in and went in there and made a mess of themselves.
Right, but they committed fraud in order to access the facility, I think is the court's point here. So you're right. I mean, usually to enter a contract, both parties kind of have to know what they're entering into. There has to be an an equal bargaining power, a meeting of the minds, so to speak. Here, obviously, there wasn't that, but because the 13-year-old tried to commit fraud, the court's basically saying, we're not going to reward that fraud. We're not going to reward you for fraudulently filling this out and then saying, oh, gotcha, now I can sue you.
Mo,
Go ahead.
that's called the clean hands doctrine, which means you have to come into court with clean. Listen, this is actual thing, and Mo will back me up on this. Which means if you are trying to sue somebody, you have to come in with clean hands. Otherwise, it's all tainted.
Yep, you're correct on that.
How can a minor can't enter into a contract?
Right.
So how can they enter into a fraudulent contract and you still hold that on them?
So that's the interesting argument of this whole case is, if they had validly signed it as a minor and not committed fraud, then the contract would not have been upheld, right? Because a minor can't enter into a contract. But
Right.
because
If that signature had not been the parents, if it had been the minors, then there would be an issue there.
Right. So if the minor had just signed it, given it to the facility, and the facility didn't check it out and just said, okay, come on in, then the facility would be on the hook. They could actually sue in that case because the minor can't enter into the contract. But because they fraudulently filled out the waiver, then the waiver is upheld.
I think that should revert back to the parents being to blame. Some
Well-
kind of way too,
Where are the parents? They're just away. Their 13-year-olds running around town.
They went in rented a cabin in the woods and smoked some weed for the weekend.
You said it, not me.
I'm lost. I'm lost. So who is at fault?
Oh my God.
Hey, you know what? Can I answer this one? Spike, it's my fault.
Yes, it is. Good. Guilty.
You know why? Because, man, y'all don't want the truth.
No, actually, it's my fault because I started taking Fridays off, and then he had to
That's
come
not
in.
it. I could
It's
have
my fault, Kevin.
Well,
I
it
gave
is
him a
Mo's
taste
fault.
of it.
My
No.
fault for having his mic on.
I was trying. I thought having Spike on the show would be doing a favor for Mo. Because when I met Spike, he had mutton chops. And
Wait, hold on a second. Y'all missing the point.
do we really trust anybody with mutton chops that's not in a black and white photo? I mean, come on.
Yeah, right.
I mean, come on. Mutton chops are racist.
He
Sorry.
was born in the Civil War though.
He fought for the wrong side. Okay.
Yes, he did.
All right.
Seriously, gotta look up uphill.
Yes. All right. Wow. Hey, Moses, do you
I'm still
you
here.
play golf? Yeah. You
Not
play golf
very
before?
well. I can whack a club. That's about it.
Not even for like business type of things. You don't like. Are
Nah.
you in like?
I don't want to embarrass myself like that.
You just keep talking. Hey, I don't know anybody that can play golf. We just go. I got some cool outfits.
Hey,
Outfits.
I'll go
Yeah.
with you, drink some beers. We'll ride around in the cart and have a great time. Just
But see, that's what I would tell you when we invite you out to golf. You'll be like, "Where are we going?" I'm like, "It's not about that. Let me tell you what we're drinking."
see, you're my kind of golfers. I hate going with the people who are like
Yeah.
too serious, and actually want to get a good score. I have no interest in that.
I don't keep score.
My man.
I
Y'all
keep
don't
score at
want
all.
this smoke because I am a world class athlete.
Oh, well, you go ahead, and we probably won't. We be talking and laughing and joking, and probably won't even notice. What are we on hole? Hey, and I only do 9 holes, man. If we stop
on,
in the
dog.
clubhouse halfway through, it's over. I can't get back out after the shots.
We in a cart, man. We in a golf cart. We're not walking it.
Nah, man, it's all good. You know what? I look at golf as just I respect golf more because I tried to play it, and I'm good at the laughing and the joking. I'm great at that. Put me in a best ball tournament. I'm glad somebody got the best ball.
Yep.
Okay. Any plans this weekend, Mo? Do you have to strategize all weekend on how you have to sue somebody?
We're always doing that, but no, just hanging out with the family. Nothing too exciting going on.
And when people say we're gonna sue the pants off you, have you ever actually witnessed that happen where the pants can't?
I'll have to think about that. Never seized a pair of pants yet, but it might have come close.
Right.
Right, so Mo DeWitt, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Can I give you my phone number?
Sure.
No,
He's just gonna give it out on there too. So let's just
Yeah.
no, let's not do that.
Nah.
Mo, I try to not abuse the relationship. I don't send Mo drunken 3 a.m. texts on, can I sue this bitch? No.
Hey, Kevin.
What?
You wanted to ask Mo about walking into a store with a not a flak jacket, but a body
Thank
armor
you.
on and concealed weapons.
Okay, Mo, I don't know anything about anything. As a matter of fact, the story out of Atlanta where the guy goes into Publix, and I'm going to give an update on that. I'm not going to do that now. He walks into public. He has on body armor and 6 guns concealed that we now know. He didn't get arrested on gun charges. He got arrested on, like, what was it?
It was
It was-
like reckless
Reckless-
conduct. Yeah, something like that.
Reckless conduct. Now, he didn't aim a gun at anyone. He didn't, like pose a threat by aiming or anything. He simply, before his mass shooting, he had to go pee. But what? That's what happened. Like, you come on, you can't knock a man. But we were saying, well, there may be different laws. I think JR said, oh, it may be an open carry state in Georgia, or it may be a concealed weapon thing. And I'm saying, how can it be legal for you to have 6 concealed weapons on you in body armor and walk into a Publix?
I mean, I don't know that gun laws aren't my specialty by any means. Someone else may know better than I do, but I don't know that there's any limit to
Right.
how many guns you can carry at one
Right,
time.
that's what I said. With a concealed carry, it doesn't give
Okay.
you a limit with what you can carry.
But he had an AR-15 like out. Okay, so my thing is, I think we got caught up in concealed carry and open state. And to me, open state means you can open carry. I see your gun. I see you walking down the coffee aisle, and I see your gun out, and I go, whoa, and I haul ass. Now, if you have them concealed, I'm not as concerned. But you had the body armor on, so I'm already leaving. So, but but there's a difference in concealed and open, and I was totally confused with all of that and the charge that he had that was not a gun charge at all. So I don't know if this was like you're saying. I never thought about. I guess I was caught up on how many guns it was. Yeah, I don't know, bro. That's got to be illegal.
I mean, it could be a situation where they charged him with the reckless up front to basically arrest him, book him, pull him out. I haven't read the story yet. And then from there, they're going to take a look at what, does he have proper licenses to carry these guns? Are these guns legal? And then they may add on charges as they find out this information. So that may be why the initial charge is just the reckless, and then we may see more charges get added as they investigate further.
I'm missing something here.
Oh, a gateway charge.
No. Gateway.
Yeah, just something to just hold him, just to put him down for a little while till we figure
So-
out the rest of the stuff.
So, Kat, you were looking at this and you were just like, okay, it's disturbing.
Right.
But really, like I said, when I described, he really didn't threaten anyone.
Right.
Or is the
right.
threat is his existence the threat with the body armor? Like body armor.
But again, there's no law against wearing body armor into a store.
Oh, see, man.
I mean, we got to go with the law, Kevin. And
Yeah.
again, with concealed
I
carry.
hate the law.
There's,
Let's break it.
I know you do. There's no limit to how many weapons you can conceal. It gives you the ability to conceal and carry.
Yeah,
Ice Cube said it best. So what they say, go ban the AK? My gun wasn't registered any effing way.
I just looked it up real quick. It does say no license is needed to carry a handgun into a place of business. So I mean, theoretically, there's nothing prohibiting you from carrying 6 or 10 handguns into a business.
And you guys did see the pandemic story where the dude pulled out the 9mm in the Publix at the meat deli.
No.
That's on video. That's on video. He an argument with a dude in front of him. He was like, "That's my ham."
Yeah.
The same
that was
Publix
a little
guy?
while ago. Yeah, no,
It was
no,
a Publix.
different-
Yeah,
different story.
there's the video footage of him getting in an argument with a guy in the deli line, and he pulls the gun out on him in the middle of the Publix.
Oh, the same guy?
no,
Okay,
another
I
guy.
didn't think so. Yeah, I
Oh.
thought so. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
just saying. There's people in places having guns concealed,
Oh, listen,
and
Kevin,
you never know.
I think you'd be surprised how many people are carrying guns in the grocery store.
Okay.
think
Would I
you'd
be surprised? Would I be surprised at how many people are carrying 5?
You should be. I would
Yeah,
be
yeah.
surprised. Yeah.
How would you know?
How would I know? I might ask him.
Okay, well then there you go.
I might be like, you listen to Mike Calta? I know you got 6 guns. I'm joking. People love guns. I love the Second Amendment. All right. JustCallMo.com is the website. And Mo, we always appreciate your time. We love you coming on the show with us and entertaining our whatever it is that we're doing.
Entertaining the troops.
There you go.
Yeah. All
There
right.
you go. All right. Have a
Mo,
great weekend. You too.
We'll talk to you next week. JustCallMo.com. Tampa attorney Moses DeWitt. It's always fun talking to him.
All right, guys.
We'll
thanks
take
for
a
joining
break.
us. Sorry
I don't know
about
what time it is because
the
I don't have my glasses
little
on.
audio issue
when
there,
we
but we
come
got it
back,
fixed.